If you are visiting me in my house and I ask you, how are you? According to Mr. Insane, you should not say, I'm fine. You should write a book, say, I am fine. Hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Please invite your friends. Today our topic is Mr. Insane, or Insan, sorry. He have always questions and nobody can answer those questions, we have to admit. I mean, last time he asked me a serious question. It was, show me where Jesus said he is a Christian. And you remember at that time I could not answer. I mean, come on. I mean, how you can show him that Jesus says I am a Christian? It's impossible. So this, those are genius. As you see, always when we debate Muslims, we meet with very high intelligence creatures coming from different galaxies. When they ask their questions, I don't know, they are like above a human race. Like they are genius, very smart. And today, the question is very smart too. And I think all of you will be impressed how much history this guy he studies. So let us listen to Mr. Insane. And this is the title of his video. Christian Prince posing. Yeah, I do pose always, so take pictures. I don't even take pictures of myself. Teraneta. Okay. Jesus tidak pernah tahu kitab sushi. I like sushi. I like, sushi is my favorite. Okay. Orange Christian. Okay, no problem. So, Mr. Insane, he have something to say to you Christians, and let us see how many of you will leave Christianity after he give you this amazing information. Go ahead, Sushi. I mean, Insane.
Christian Prince, have you any idea
No.
that Jesus actually never knew the existence of the New Testament, which consists of 27 parts from Matthew to Revelation?
We don't know that. I'm shocked. Guys, do you know that Jesus never know? Jesus never know. No, he did not. And he will prove it to you with evidence. Okay. Tell us more. Let's go back a little bit, because this was very, I mean, my head is hurting me already. I don't know what to say. I mean, this is really shocking. Okay. And I'm so glad you did not say to me the normal why. Why? Like that why is killing me. Just don't say it. Say anything. Say how, who, but don't use that why.
Christian Prince, have you any idea that Jesus actually never knew
No.
the existence of the New Testament, which consists of 27 parts from Matthew to Revelation?
We don't. No.
It might not be only you, but there are a lot of Christians do not know that Jesus didn't know the existence.
My friend, that is make it. If Jesus he did not know, how the Christian would know? Like, come on, man. So what's wrong with you? If Jesus himself, the one who said the words, he do not know what he said. Okay, go ahead.
Of the books and even read it. How come?
Jesus did not see the book. He did not read it. That's it. I mean, okay. I mean, I don't know how smart you are, how stupid you are. You idiot. They are writing what Jesus said. And you are saying Jesus do not know what the book. They are writing what he said. Hello? Hello? Are you stupid or what? If they are writing his words, what do you mean he did not read the Bible? This is his words. He do not need to read it. He is the one who said those things. Did Muhammad read his words? Sahih al-Bukhari, written 300 years or 200 years after Muhammad. Muhammad never saw Sahih al-Bukhari. Muhammad never saw the Quran, because the Quran you have today is not written by Muhammad and have nothing to do with Muhammad. I mean, look at this stupid logic. What's wrong with those people? Right? Prove to me that Jesus is a Christian, and now prove to me that Jesus read the Bible. Tell us more.
It's because all those books from Matthew to Revelation were written long after Jesus died.
Oh, see the logic? Jesus did not read those books because all those books were written long after Jesus died. Now we knew why. I want to go to Indonesia, by the way. I don't want to visit the museum of Indonesia. I'm sure the museum is full of beautiful stuff. And I love Indonesian people. But I want to visit the museum of this guy because this guy, he is coming from the museum. I don't know which museum of Allah maybe. But you are really an antique. I mean, those ideas, how genius, man. Genius. And by the way, why you don't post when you respond to me? Why you don't post my respond? You see, I play your video on my channel. Do you dare to play my video on your channel? You don't. Play it all. Don't cut it off pieces, as Muslims they do. So I challenge you to play my videos on your channel if you are really sure from your response, so people can laugh either at you or at me. Equal opportunity, you know? Okay.
The proof is when Jesus was still alive, he used the Old Testament to teach, as written in Luke chapter number 4, verse number 6.
So, guys, when Jesus was alive, and the guy, he just keeps saying Jesus was alive, that means he is confirming that the Quran is a book of lies, because the Quran confirmed that Jesus never died. Do you see? He keeps saying after Jesus' death, he keeps saying when Jesus was alive, which means he is agreeing that Muhammad is a fraud. Secondly, now, the proof that Jesus did not read those books, because at his time when he was alive, he was reading the book of Isaiah. Unbelievable. Don't get married, man. And if you are married, get divorced immediately, because something might happen to you from your wives. I don't know what they will do to you when you speak your wisdom in the kitchen. Not in the kitchen. You can speak it anywhere. Be sure it's close to the bathroom. You idiot. So if I quote what is written in a book, which is, I am the one who sent the book anyway, because all the messengers are the messengers of the Messiah. So if the Messiah was reading for the Jews from the book of Isaiah, that's mean Jesus, he don't have a book, and this is why he is reading from Isaiah. Yeah, that makes sense. And Jesus did not read the book, which his book, because supposedly this is a book written after. So in his time, Jesus have no opportunity except reading Isaiah, right? You are stupid, you idiot. You know, some people, they say to me, why you use the word stupid and idiot? It's not nice. I mean, okay, give me the front description. Huh? Continue.
16 to 20. Jesus went back to Nazareth, where he had been brought up, and as usual, he went to the meeting place on the Sabbath. And when he stood up to read from the scriptures, he was given the book of Isaiah, the prophet. He opened it and read, "The Lord's Spirit has come to me, because he has chosen me to tell the good news to the poor. The Lord has sent me to announce freedom from prisoner, to give sight to the blind, to free everyone who suffers, and to say, this is the year Lord has chosen." Jesus closed the book, then handed it back to the man in charge and sat down. Everyone in the meeting place looked straight at Jesus. According to the Bible of Ibadan Life, published by Gandomas atau Golden Wheat or
Gandomas, how are you, Gandomas? According to Gandomas, let me hold on. Why you quote to the Muslims that those verses and you did not read what is after? Is that because you are afraid to see and to show that Jesus in the Bible is God? Why you stop there? This is why when a Muslim he quote for you anything, don't take what he say, not even the translation, not even the words. They are far from honesty when they quote something. Why you quote for us what is written and you don't read for us? Jesus, he spoke, he read the book of Isaiah. He just told them, I am the one you are waiting for. I am the one who you are waiting for. So if we go and read in the Bible, we will find in verse number 18 as an example. And he came to Nazareth, and here he in the synagogue for the Jews, he opened the scroll. He read for them, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me. Here, this is a big problem for Islam, because proving that Muhammad is a fraud. For according to Muhammad, Allah, their God, is not a spirit. The God of the Jews, from the book of Genesis, if you go right away, you will find that God is a spirit in many, all over the Torah. So here you will see that the spirit, here you will see that the Messiah is the anointed, here you will see that Jesus is going to bring liberty to the slaves, Jesus is going to give sight to the blind, he will liberate the oppressed one, and he is the one they are waiting for him in this time. And then if we go down a little bit, we will see that the Messiah, he went out and he cast out demons. And then the demon, they said to Jesus, he cried out with loud voice saying, Jesus of Nazareth, have you come to destroy us? I know who you are, the Holy One of God. Why, Mr. Oh, no, let me say it in the way he said it to us. Why, Christian friends? Why? Why you did not read for them what is written after? And you are the one who challenged before to show you that Jesus is God, right? So here, not only the Christian witness that Jesus is the Holy One of God, even demon, they witness and they knew him. So when you quote for us from the Bible, be honest at least for a second and show us and explain to the Muslims why Jesus, he did even read those verses. Why only those verses from the book of Isaiah? But you are just a potato trying to prove something from nothing by saying Jesus, he was reading the Torah. And okay, if he read the Torah, that means he have no book at his time. Just to show you how stupid your idea. You are saying that Jesus, before he go and teach, he should write the book first. And then he stand in the crowd and he open page number 14. Okay, guys, today I'm going to read for you from my book, page number 14. Okay, page number 14. The gospel is about the life of Jesus, you idiot. Not only about Jesus talking, it's about Jesus doing. So the gospels are books describing the life of Jesus, what he accomplished, what he said, and what he did. So how in the world you want Jesus to read his book? That means Jesus, before he come, he should write the book first, word by word, and then he have to say what is written in the book word by word. That can happen only in a stupid cult like Islam, because in Islam, Muhammad supposedly he was not saying any word. It was Allah. Allah, he wrote a tablet. Have you ever heard of a God? He need to write a book for himself, and then he sent that what is written in the book to his prophet. That's the garbage of Muhammad. Okay. Chapter 85, verse number 22. Nay, this is the glorious Quran, inscribed in the tablet preserved. Why God he have a tablet, man? Why God he need a tablet for himself? So Allah, He wrote a tablet, and Allah, He preserved the tablet. Anyone knows where Allah preserved the tablet? Help me, help me. As you know, I do not know much about Islam, so I need help. Where Allah, He preserved the tablet? Yes, like iPad, you know, exactly. Did I say exactly? I should not say it this way. The Tatar Alkiq with him. Do Allah have a tablet? And I say yes, Tatar. I confirm to you that Allah have a tablet. Exactly. Exactly, Tatar. Brother, why Allah have a tablet? He have a short memory? First of all, a question like this is coming from for the Kathir. Because Kuffar, they question Allah and ability. And I guarantee you, it's coming from a guy named Christian Prince. And by the way, I say to Christian Prince, if you're listening, show me your faith. Show me your faith. Allah, He put the tablet between the angel eyes of Israfil. Alright, chapter 85, verse number 22, Ibn Kathir. I will put in the screen, give me a second. In Ibn Kathir in Arabic it says, this is here in Surah Al-Buruj. Al-Buruj, the same chapter we showed you, as you see, chapter 85, Al-Buruj, okay? From verse number 11 to verse number 22, page number 314, it says, إِنَّ اللوح المحفوظ الذي ذكر الله بل هو القرآن المجيد في اللوح المحفوظ في جبهة إسرافيل. Let me highlight so people they can read with me. And here you ask yourself, okay, why Ibn Kathir in English is almost, you know, like maybe 80% of the size of Ibn Kathir in Arabic is gone when it goes to English, because they are hiding stupid stuff from you. So, in اللوح المحفوظ here, the one which Allah He has mentioned, في جبهة إسرافيل, in the forehead of Israfil. Ibn Hatim, he said, from, okay, that اللوح المحفوظ is between the eyes of the angel Israfil, and it's not allowed for him to look at it. So Allah, He have His book in a preserved tablet, and He put the tablet between the eyes of the angel. Now, I want to explain to you here the wisdom of Allah, because Allah is all wise, as you know. If you think about it, this is extremely wise decision of Allah. And it's not easy to be Allah, by the way. I mean, you never tried to be Allah before, so you don't know what I'm talking about. So, let us say this is the angel Israfil. And his eyes, by the way, are big, huge, you know. And here is his teeth. Those are the lower teeth. Allah, He want to put the Quran in a place where Israfil, he cannot see. So where he thought about it, if I put it in his nose, still he can see it. You know, so I said, okay, where it is impossible for the eyes to zoom in, where? Allah, because He's genius. He said, bingo, I found where. I will put it here between his eyes. And this is why Israfil, after some time, he had the cross eyes, because he was trying to read, and so he zoomed his eyes like going in, and then by time he get a cross eyes, you know. And this is very logical, very logical. And by the way, this drawing is copyrighted, and you cannot print it or sell it for any purpose, unless for Corona. So Allah, because He's a stupid God, He wrote in advance what He will say to Muhammad. And then He sent it down to Muhammad. But look how we can prove that this is a fraud. You will notice that Muhammad, during his life, he was receiving verses about his private part. As an example, Allah, He made verses from Muhammad saying, any believing woman, she would like to open her legs for you, she is more than welcome. Now, is that written in the preserved tablet? That's mean everything Muhammad did and he said, it was by Allah command. Which mean even when Muhammad he got horny, he went to the house of his own son wife and he flirted with her, it was Allah who made him get horny when he see her. It was not really Muhammad. And this is written in the book of Allah. And a Muslim might say to you, well, hold on. Allah, He knew the future, right? Now we can prove that Allah do not know the future. If you remember in the chapter of Al-Anfal, verse number 65, where it says Allah, like 100 of you can fight 1,000, and then they went and they lost the war, and then Allah, He changed it, the verse after it from 1 to 10 to 1 to 2. And remember, the Quran says too, that the angels take them 1,000 years, just one direction, which means to go from heaven. They need 1,000 years to go, and 1,000 years to come. Chapter 32, verse number 5. He rules all affairs from heaven to earth. In the end of all affairs go to Him, in a day which is equal to 1,000 years of your time. So, in order for us to receive an order from Allah, that order should be written at least 1,000 years ago, because the one who delivered the message is the angels, and the angels take them 1,000 years to come down to earth. So as you see, all the Quran is a stupid idea. Muslims, they are very confused. They think Christianity is a stupid belief, the same as Islam. That Jesus should be having the book in his hand, and he should be reading from his book, which is very stupid to say, because the book is supposed to be sent to the people, not to Jesus. Jesus do not need. Jesus was quoting for them what he, the Lord, He sent his prophet to mention about him. So when he is quoting what he mentioned to them before. And this is because it is from before, already it's written in a book from before. But in the moment Jesus, he is in the present. So why Jesus will give them a book? He is with them. It's like saying, if you are visiting me in my house and I ask you, how are you? According to Mr. Insane, you should not say, I'm fine. You should write a book, say, I am fine. And please hold on. I forgot where I wrote the word I am fine in the book. Let me check the index and see the page. Which page? That is hilarious, my friend. You are very funny and very stupid. Sorry to say. Continue, please.
Paul's letter was first written in AD 49 to 67. Gospel according to Mark until John were written in AD 55 to 85.
So,
and Revelation was last written in 96, while Jesus died in AD 29. It means it is about 20 until 69 years after Jesus died, the New Testament was written. Impossible.
Impossible. Okay, first of all, I mean, I don't know where you get your numbers from, but it's not too much mistaken, but there is a few years mistaken in the numbers. However, this is not really important. As long they are disciples of Jesus and they are saying what Jesus said, so what the problem? Why Jesus should write a book in his time? And Jesus, he said, the sky and the earth will be destroyed, but my words will not. So they are preserved already. And why we don't ask the same question about your prophet? The Quran and the Hadith the one you have is not written by Muhammad. So we should not accept what they wrote that Jesus said after, as you said, his death, I say after his resurrection, then we should not accept the Quran too, because the Quran and the Hadith, they were not written in the time of Muhammad. Secondly, when Muhammad he died and then the Caliphate came, there is many Qurans obviously, and Uthman he burned all of them and he made his own fabricated Quran. in the top of that, you don't have the Quran of Uthman. Anyone in Indonesia, if you have Arabic Quran from Saudi Arabia, there's a page, it's called A. It says that this Quran is written according to, come tomorrow, according to Muhammad, according to Jibreel, according to Allah. And the last name appear in the list, his name is Hafs. And Hafs accused by Muslim to be a fraud and a liar and a thief. So Hafs is a person who exists more than 200 years after Muhammad. And by the way, we don't have even the Quran of Hafs. We have recitation of Hafs, which means somebody claimed that this is how Hafs recite the Quran. They don't even have a book written by Hafs of the Quran. So 200 years pass, still we don't have the Quran. 300 years pass, we don't have the Quran. And then all your religion is in the Hadith, not in the Quran. And the Hadith written by Bukhari and Muslim, and they are the same. Hundreds of years after your prophet. So we should not accept the Quran of the Muslims. We should not accept the Hadith of the Muslims. For all of them, they are written way behind of Muhammad. So look at the stupid logic, and here you see the hypocrisy. If a book written 55 years AD, that's mean only 30 years after Jesus was crucified. He don't accept it. But a book written hundreds of years after Muhammad, he accepted. Now, what about, we ask you, a Quran who came supposedly 600 years after Jesus? Speaking about Jesus, you accept it. Because we need to ask you too, where is the book of Jesus? You see, if we go in the Quran, from the first page of the Quran, you will find the first pages, few pages, chapter 3, verse number 3, it says, it is he who sent the Torah and the one who sent the gospel to you. Who? Allah. Okay, what is the Torah and the gospel? Just to show you how stupid you are. Because if Allah, he gave Jesus the gospel, then the book of Mark and the book of John and the book of the disciples should not be required, for simply he gave them what Allah gave him. Where is the book? The Muslim, they say Allah knows best. So this is the false accusation of Muslim. When we ask them, okay, where is the book which was given to Jesus so he can give it to us? They say, no, we do not know. And that means their God Allah is a potato. Because if Allah, he wrote a book, don't you know that the book should need to be preserved? How come Allah, he wrote the Quran and he put it between the two eyes of the angel? How come he will not put that Injil, which is his book too, between the eyes of the angels to preserve it? You see the stupidity? And now we don't have the Bible of Allah, and we don't have the Quran of Allah, and we don't have the Torah of Allah. Actually, according to the Muhammadan, Allah, he sent 124,000 messenger, and all of them, their books is gone. All of them. Where is the Quran? Do you have the Quran of Muhammad? You don't. So, based on your stupidity, Muhammad himself did not read the Quran, and this means Islam does not exist. The same as Al-Bukhari, by the way. Do you know that Al-Bukhari book does not exist? Do you know that? There's no book written by Al-Bukhari. Nobody have it. But yet they say to you, according to Al-Bukhari. So what they have, they claim that students of Al-Bukhari, they say, they heard Al-Bukhari saying this. Can you believe it? It's not even their prophet, it's Al-Bukhari saying this. So 200 years, 300 years after Muhammad is okay for the Muhammadan, 20 years after Jesus is a problem. Okay.
Impossible.
Impossible.
Isn't it?
Isn't it? Yeah.
Therefore, the New Testament wasn't revelation for Jesus. Jesus never wrote the Gospels. Those who wrote it mostly were not Jesus' disciples.
Really? How come?
That's why in the
you just say it 20 years after, how they are not his disciple. What are you talking about?
old print of the Gospel was written, Gospel according to Matthew, according to Mark, according to Luke, and according to John.
And your Quran written according to Hafs, according to Asim, actually, you know what? You're a prophet, he says, take the Quran from 4, and you did not take it from the 4. Even your prophet, he said, take the Quran according to, you idiot. Let me show you the hadith. Abdullah ibn Mas'ud mentioned before, etc., 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 that the prophet, he said, خُذُوا الْقُرْآنَ عَنْ أَرْبَعَةٍ, take the Quran from 4. So you are saying to me, if there is according to, this should be rejected. But your prophet, he based his Quran in according to. When he say, take the Quran, where is the hadith? Look at this corruption, guys. It says here, learn the recitation of the Quran. He did not say learn the recitation. He said, take the Quran. Take the Quran. Here we go in Arabic. It says, خُذُوا الْقُرْآنَ مِنْ أَرْبَعَةٍ. And he quote Abdullah ibn Mas'ud. Abdullah ibn Mas'ud. وسالم مولى أبي حذيفة ومعاذ بن جبل وأبي ابن كعب. Okay. Muhammad obviously here trying to copy the disciple of Jesus. Otherwise, I challenge you to tell me why Muhammad, he said, take it from 4. And actually, as I said, in the Quran today, you don't have according to those 4, you have more than 9 to 12 names. So all your religion is about according to. This is what you have for us. And all of us, we as a Christians, we knew, and you are not bringing us a secret when you say the Bible according to John. Because John is telling his story with the Messiah and what story he did. So in the gospel, we don't have just Jesus talking. We have the disciple talking. We have people talking to Jesus. We have Jesus answering them. So this is not a pre-written book, you idiot. For it is reporting a real event time as history, as a conversation, as an action. So Jesus did this. John, he says, we saw Jesus doing this. Jesus, he did walk in the water. Jesus, he healed the blind. This is not Jesus will say, in the day of etc. I heal the blind. For Jesus said clearly that people will witness for my miracle, will witness for what I do. And this is why a miracle happened, for people to witness, not because he need to witness to himself. I forgot you are a follower of a God who witnessed to himself. Have you ever heard of a God he witnessed to himself and he take shahada? Please invite everybody. Allahu Akbar. Allah will take shahada and will convert to Islam. I never heard of such a stupid statement like this before. Chapter 3, verse number 18. Allah bear witness that la ilaha illallah, what is that? Okay, Allah, he bear witness to who? When I do say such a thing, it's mean I believe in a higher authority than me. Allah, he was saying shahada to who? Right?
All the letters sent by Paul wasn't gospel. They were just part of letters sent by Paul.
You stupid idiot. Even us, we call it letters. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? We put it, you see that the stupidity, guys, the stupidity of those people who speak, they have big mouth. When we say this is the letter of Paul, we are not saying this is the letter of God. You are a donkey. So, the books, we have books which is reporting what Jesus did, and we have books which reporting what the disciple did. They send letters to each other, teaching each other, explaining to each other. It's a nice conversation between our church father, and we learn from it. That's why they are part of our belief. For those are the earliest Christians. So it says there the letter of etc. person. So what's wrong with you? I mean, we are not saying this is the letter of God. We are saying this is the letter which is sent from this brother to this brother. You are stupid. And what do you want to tell me about Paul? Go ahead.
Paul to his congregation,
Right.
or some people in some cities.
Okay.
In fact, Paul wasn't a disciple of Jesus.
Stop. Stop. Okay, well, I will go with you. First of all, who is a disciple? A disciple, according to him, he will say that Paul, he was not with Jesus, right? Okay, well, Muhammad was not with Jesus too. So how you Muslim, you say that Jesus, he said in the Injil, he will send Muhammad and he is the paraclete. According to you, in order to be disciple of Jesus, you have to present with Jesus at the time. Even if you are alive but you did not see Jesus, it's not okay for him. But a person who is, his name is Muhammad, who came 600 years after Jesus, according to Muslim, when Jesus speak about the paraclete, which is a spirit, and Muhammad is not a spirit, and he will stay with us forever, and Muhammad is dead, he is rotting dead, and the Muslim, because they are desperate to find Muhammad in the gospel, say that this is the paraclete, it is about Muhammad. So look here, the hypocrisy and the double standard. Secondly, you idiot, if Jesus, he met with Paul, that make him disciple, according to you, right? But isn't this what the Bible says? That the Lord, he appeared to Paul in the way to Damascus? So why you are saying Paul is not his disciple? Go ahead.
At all. He was even a former criminal, a liar.
Where do you get this? He was a liar. Where do you get this from? Where do you get that he was a criminal? The person, he is a higher rank between the Roman. You made him a criminal, Yes, I can say like he's going after the Christian, this is a crime. But when you say a criminal, you are meaning what? Like he was a thief like Muhammad, child molester like Muhammad, he go after women, kidnap them and rape them? No, that was your prophet. So shame on you. And by the way, this wave of like, Paul, this is like copy paste from each other, but nobody knows why he's attacking Paul.
Etc.
Etc.
Christian Prince. Think deeply what I wrote here.
Yeah.
Study the Bible seriously and you will find the real truth. Inshallah.
Thank you very much. You will find the real truth in the Bible, not in the Quran. Because if we go in the Quran, we will find that Muhammad cannot be a prophet for a second. For the Quran is full of stupid statements. As an example, the Quran, he claimed that the hail is coming from mountains in heaven. The Quran claimed that the earth is flat. The Quran do not even remember Allah. He don't remember which one he created first, the stars or the trees. I mean, how this can be God? Alright guys, I think we have good time for today. I want to say thank you for being here. May the Lord bless you and protect you from all lies and all evil like Muhammad. Christ is Lord, Islam is false, and we prove it every day. Take care.